Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we are talking Social Security. Specifically, I want to talk about a big, grave mistake that so many people out there, you're probably one of them, you're making this mistake and it's going to cost you massively in the long run. And we don't want to play with people's finances in retirement. So this is a big mistake that so many people are making. We'll be talking about it in today's video. Very quickly, before we do, as always, make sure you guys do a couple things for me. If you appreciate the output, you're enjoying the content, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, smash that like button, I would appreciate it. And if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, click that big red button, as well as have notifications turned on as well. Those notifications will actually let you know when we do post a brand new video, so you'll be first in line to see it. And it'll also let you know when we go live on this channel. And side note, we'll be doing our next cash giveaway when we do at 20,000 subscribers. You'll have to be subscribed to be entered in that giveaway, so you might as well get it out of the way now and make sure you are subscribed. With that being said, let's get started and dive right in. So what is this big mistake? Well, first of all, as we know, Social Security recipients are gearing up, they're raring and ready to start receiving their higher monthly payments, and soon you will start seeing the COLA increase of 5.9% reflected in your benefits. But of course, experts are warning that unfortunately, these payments may not be high enough, and the way that they're calculated may not be great enough to keep up with the rampant soaring inflation costs. And on top of that, seniors will also be paying more for Medicare coverage in 2022, so that will also eat away at their benefits and then leave them with very, very little at the end of the month, in many cases, zero or in the negative. But there's actually an outsized mistake here, something even greater that many people don't even realize. And that mistake is actually a misconception. It's something that you may think is absolutely true, but it's actually false. In fact, if you were to ask the American people, I would submit that the vast majority of them are making this error, and it's going to cost them in the long run and potentially put them in financial danger when it comes time for their retirement. Everyone of all ages are making this mistake. People currently on benefits, middle-aged people, maybe they're thinking about retirement, wondering what their retirement years are going to look like. You have young people, millennials, Generation Z is also making this mistake. Everyone is at fault here. Basically, what's going on here is Social Security is one of the most popular, but also one of the most misunderstood entitlement benefit programs in U.S. history. It has kept millions of seniors out of poverty and has provided a source of income for so many retirees. It's no secret it's extremely important, but a huge number of Americans harbor these misconceptions that will end up costing them. In fact, according to polls, about 3/4 of Americans do believe this major Social Security myth that will eventually lead them to making the wrong decisions with their retirement benefits. And we don't want you to be one of them. So what is this myth? What is this misconception? What is this misunderstanding that so many people are falling for? Well, according to the Trans-America Center for Retirement Studies, 73% of workers responding to a recent survey indicated that they agreed with this statement. Quote, "I am concerned that when I am ready to retire, Social Security will not be there for me." Now, it's absolutely understandable why so many people out there believe that their benefits are going to run out in this age of burgeoning and flourishing misinformation on the internet. It is absolutely understandable, and I could see where they're coming from. There are frequent warnings about the Social Security Trust Fund. We've talked about them right here on this channel and have reported them. And when you look at it, in fact, just recently, the program's trustees released a report indicating that the trust fund will be exhausted in 2034. So you can see why the average person would start feeling a great deal of trepidation when they read something like that, but it is not as scary as it sounds. You have to understand that even if the trust funds were to run dry, that doesn't mean that benefits won't be there for you. The trust fund is not the only source of funds that Social Security benefits could be paid out of. As per usual, current workers and their employers pay Social Security taxes throughout the year, and the revenue collected from these taxes can be used to pay out benefits to current retirees. The revenue coming in is projected to provide enough to pay 78% of promised benefits, even if the trust fund runs short. So in the worst possible scenario in which government officials don't act to shore up one of the country's most beloved benefit programs, retirees in the future would get almost all of their promised benefits, but facing a 22% pay cut. Now, while this wouldn't be pleasant, we wouldn't want to see a pay cut, it is a far cry from Social Security not being there at all for current workers in the future. But with that being said, if you're anticipating Social Security running short and you're fearful and you're wearing your tinfoil hat, and that motivates you to save up more money for your retirement, well, that's not a bad thing either. Here is where the problem comes in, though. The problem is if all these Social Security scary headlines about it running out of money then prompts you to start claiming your retirement benefits earlier than you would have. Claiming your benefits early does have financial consequences that could last throughout your entire retirement. In fact, early filing penalties could reduce your check by up to 30%, while foregoing delayed retirement credits means missing out on a benefit boost worth as much as 8% annually. So don't anticipate Social Security not being there for you. It's best to make decisions about claiming your benefits while operating under the assumption that you will likely get most or all of your promised money. This is because lawmakers are extremely unlikely to just forget about a program that's so popular and let it run dry and let it be drastically cut. But with that being said, also keep in mind that even if you are going to get every dollar, every nickel that you're entitled to and promised, you should also still save up your money and make sure that you have a budget. Don't spend all of your money on ridiculousness, because you'll also need some supplementary savings as well for your retirement. This problem is tenfold even more exacerbated for the people that fall for things very easily, right? So the people that might see a headline on the internet, they'll just read it in 1 second. They won't even take a time to read the actual article, do their research, do their due diligence. Those are the people that, unfortunately, this is going to be a major problem for, and it will be very bad for young people my age if they fall for it, because, well, then they're going to be screwed and they're going to make some terrible decisions when it comes time to retirement. So I'm curious, let's be honest and open here. If you are guilty of making this mistake, definitely let us know down below in the comment section. If you have fallen for this myth, let us know. Let's be open and frank here. I am curious to hear, but there will certainly be more updates and developments as your new increased payments do start to go out. And it will also be interesting to start tracking inflation now that we're in 2022. Will inflation continue in this upwards trend, or will it start to plateau and hopefully come down a bit? Because that could also be indicative of another huge COLA increase for the end of this year. We'll be sure to track that and keep a close eye on it. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you got value out of it, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button. I would appreciate that. And if you haven't already, of course, make sure you are subscribed, click that big red button, and have notifications turned on. And if you want to get some free stocks, all on me, all free, use those links down below in the description of this video. Sign up with the brokerage platforms Robinhood and or Webull. Look at some free stocks, some of them valued up to thousands of dollars in some circumstances. So do let me know what stocks you do get. And if you want to connect with me on social media outside of YouTube, I am on Instagram at Logan Cohn, LOGANKOHN. Hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe share it with a friend, get the word out. But looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care for now.